Hello everyone. Today our topic is what are you up to? In today's lesson, we will cover several topics. First, we will study grammar, present simple and present continuous, learning how to talk about routines and actions happening now. Then in vocabulary, we will focus on describing people, including appearance and personality. Next, in everyday English, we will practice using English in everyday situations. The main goal of today's lesson is to help you use present simple and present continuous correctly. You will learn how to talk about your daily routines and what is happening right now. Describe people and communicate in everyday situations. By the end of the lesson, you will be able to ask and answer the question about what you and others are doing, understanding short text and audio about daily life, and write simple sentence comparing and contrasting activities. Now we are going to talk about present simple and present continuous. Present simple is used for regular actions, habits, and facts. The structure is affirmative, subject plus base verb plus add s or es for he, she, it. For example, I work in a hotel. He works in a hotel. Negative, subject plus do, does not plus base form. I do not work on Sundays. She does not work on Sundays. Questions: do, does plus subject plus base verb. Do you work every day? Does he work every day? Present continuous is used for actions happening now or temporary situations. The structure is affirmative, subject plus emizar plus verb ing. I am working at the moment. She is working now. Negative, subject plus emizar, not verb plus ing. I am not working today. He is not working now. Question: emizar plus subject plus verb ing. Are you working now? Is she working today? Remember, present simple is for things that happen always or regularly, and the present continuous is for things happening right now or around now. Now it's time for practice task. Look at the photos and listen to the conversation. Who are Colin and Millie? Where are they? What time is it? What is the problem? Then complete the sentence about people. What are they doing? Next, look at the two conversations on the screen. Your task is to complete the gaps with the correct words from the box. Read carefully and think about who is speaking and what is happening in each situation. Try to choose the phrases that makes the most sense. After completing the dialogue, read them aloud to practice your speaking and intonations. Now we are going to practice present simple and present continuous, and also forming questions and writing sentence. First, you need to put the verb in bold in the correct form. Use present simple for routines and facts, and present continuous for actions happening now. For example, a police officer wears a uniform, and why are you wearing that funny hat? Next, write sentence that are true for you at the moment. For example, it isn't raining, it is snowing. Then look at the answer and write the correct questions using the verbs in brackets. For example, read. What are you reading? I am reading a detective story. Finally, listen to the recording and check your answers. For example, Peter's a businessman. He works a lot in the States. He earns a lot of money. Practice speaking and writing your own sentence to improve. Slide 9. We are going to learn about the possessive pronouns. Possessive pronouns show who owns something or who something belongs to. The main possessive pronouns are mine, your, her, his, its, our, their. For example, this book is mine. Is this pen yours? The dog is hers. The house is ours. Remember, we use possessive pronouns instead of repeating a noun. For example, instead of saying, this is my book and that is my book, we say, this is my book and that is mine. Practice using them in sentence about your things, your family, or your friends. This will help you speak naturally and avoid repeating nouns. Now let's practice. You see some sentence on the screen. Read each one carefully and choose the correct word. Sometimes a possessive adjective, sometimes a possessive pronouns. Now let's move on to our next activity, speaking practice with whose. Make short conversation using the questions. Whose? Look at the examples on the prompts on the screen. Ask and answer like this. For example, whose are these suitcase? They are ours. We are going on holiday tomorrow. Now we are going to talk about describing people, how to talk about someone's appearance and what they are wearing. Look at the photos, pictures in the screen. We have several people: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and I. They all look different. Some have long hair, some wear glasses, and some are very tall. First, listen to the 4 descriptions and decide who is it. So now we are going to practice short everyday conversation, the kind of small talk and polite responses we use in daily life. You will see some conversation openings and your task is to guess or create natural responses. For example, look at the pictures and the first lines of each conversation. Then decide what is the best response could be. Try to sound natural and polite, just like in real life. Now let's look at some linking words we use to show contrast. We have however and but. We use however and but to show contrast. However is more formal. We usually use in the middle of the sentence and it's followed by a comma. But is more informal and we use it in the middle of the sentence without a comma. For example, it has raining. However, we went for a walk. It is raining, but we went for a walk. Next, we have although and even though. They are used in the same way and are both followed by the subject and verb. The meaning is similar, but even though is a little stronger. For example, although it was cold, we went swimming. Even though it was cold, we went swimming. Now let's practice joining sentence in 3 different ways using but, however, and although. For example, I like Peter, I don't love him. I like Peter, but I don't love him. I like Peter, however, I don't love him. Although I like Peter, I don't love him. The next, complete the short text using the linking words but, so, because, however, although, and when. Make sure each one fits natural in the sentence. For your homework, I would like you to write a short paragraph comparing 2 people in your family or 2 of your friends, including a short introduction, what they look like, their personalities, and what they like doing. Try to use some of today's linking words such as although, however, and but. Goodbye, students, for today. See you next lesson.